The man was eating at a restaurant. Suddenly, a large number of police cars surrounded the place. Jack quickly scanned the people in the restaurant. There were only elderly people and children. Jack immediately realized the police were after him. He put down his fork, paid his bill, and waited to be arrested.
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
You're under arrest for murder.
Jack was escorted to the police station. No matter how the officers questioned him, he remained silent. Jack carefully surveyed the police station. His behavior infuriated the chief. The chief intended to lock him in a holding cell. Just then, a black detective appeared and took Jack aside to a conference room. Only then did Jack learn that a murder had occurred in the small town. A witness had seen Jack loitering near the spot where the body was dumped. That was why they had arrested him as a suspect.
Because I didn't kill anybody. At least not recently. And not in this town.
Jack had also analyzed a large amount of information related to the case. The detective chief was very impressed with Jack's reasoning. However, he still questioned why Jack had been at the crime scene. Jack explained that he was just a tourist, but the police didn't believe Jack's story. This was because Jack was carrying nothing but a medal and $200. They couldn't even find any identification on him. Jack was still taken into custody, but soon the police discovered a phone number on the sole of the victim's shoe. The detective tracked down the owner of the number, a bank executive. At first, Paul claimed to know nothing about it, but when he saw a black car outside the window, he immediately confessed.
I did it. I killed the guy. It was me.
The detective immediately realized that Paul was a scapegoat. To gather more clues, the detective temporarily took him into custody. Jack had thought he'd cleared himself of suspicion, but as soon as he left the police station, the detective called him back. The detective suspected that Paul had confessed under threat from Jack. In the end, Jack and Paul were both sent to prison. The prison was filled with violent criminals. Jack was strong and burly. The other inmates didn't dare touch him. So the frail pal became the target of their abuse. But Jack stepped in to protect Paul.
You and your friends can leave now, or they can carry your fat ass out in a bucket. Now I'll count to 3.
Bitch, do you know who you're talking to?
1, 2.
The inmates were intimidated by Jack's violence. From then on, Paul trusted Jack completely and revealed the truth to him. Someone had threatened his family's lives to force him to take the fall. Meanwhile, the police had also confirmed Jack's true identity.
West Point graduate, Silver Star, Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Soldier's Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Bronze Star, a second Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
Jack was released. The police also reviewed the bus's surveillance footage, which proved that Jack didn't have the opportunity to commit the crime. The detective, impressed by Jack's deductive skills, invited him to help solve the case. Jack was reluctant.
Just because we know you weren't here when these bodies dropped doesn't mean you might not have something to do with them.
Left with no choice, Jack followed the detective to the police station. When he saw the first victim's hand swollen due to a rubber allergy, Jack was deeply shocked. He even revealed details about the victim that even the medical examiner had failed to uncover. Jack went to the morgue. There he noticed marks on the victim's hand.
I pinned him against the stove. Didn't know my mother had just turned it off. That's how my brother got this scar.
To his shock, the victim turned out to be Jack's brother. This completely changed Jack's perspective. He could no longer stand by and do nothing.
I guess I'll find everybody responsible and kill every last one of them.